George.
Hello and welcome back for the second time today as we are returning to Spooky Town just outside of Spook City. Last time you guys wandered into Hellview, you guys found some scary stuff, you guys met some scary people, and now you've woken up in the scary morning at the Scary Inn. What would you like to do?
Check for vampire bites on my neck, first off.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a quick perception check.
I've been failing at those this whole game. Let's see how I do today. I'm calling it. It's going to be a 5.
6.
It was actually a 16. That's my only good roll for today.
You pat around on your neck and you kind of like you're looking for any kind of marks. You're feeling around. There's a really grungy mirror in the room that you're also kind of looking into to look for marks. And you don't feel any, you don't see any, but something in your brain tells you, I've been bit.
It's going to be in the back of my head bugging me this whole time.
It was just a love bite. Don't worry about it.
Oh my. What's a little nip among friends?
When you're sharing a bedroom.
Right? It's ironic. What's everybody else doing?
Yeah, Corvin's going to go ahead and leave the room and just see who is around. If we hear any goings on in the inn, or if we're the only people here, and if what was his name again? I'm trying to remember the innkeeper's name.
Bitter.
Bitter. There we go. See if Bitter's around. Not to talk to him or anything, just to see if he is around.
Yeah, as you step out of the room and all is quiet in this hallway. The stairs just down the hall to you. You walk very quietly over to those stairs, and from the landing, you can actually see down at the checkout desk. And Bitter is standing there at the desk with that big ledger open in front of him. And he's not even looking at it. He's standing with his hands rested on either side of the open ledger. And he's just kind of staring forward.
Can I do a recollection check? Did he write our names or anything like that in that ledger when we booked a room? Or my name, since I'm the one that used my name?
You did give your name. The others gave fake names. Go ahead and roll me a quick... which one's higher for you, intelligence or wisdom?
Yes. I think they're both 1 or -1. Yes, they're both -1.
They're both -1. Okay, that's cool. Go ahead and roll me a quick perception check then.
A 17, though.
Oh, yeah, he wrote this down right in front of you. You remember it. Vivid as yesterday, you do.
All right. Yeah. By the way, I think I'm the only one that actually... They gave fake names at the
at the store.
Hall. Oh, yeah.
But we didn't give our names. We didn't give
Yeah, they didn't give their names at all.
Bitter.
I'm the only person that gave the name here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you remember him writing down all 3 names.
Wait. We didn't give him our names, though.
Doesn't matter. Corvin remembers him writing down all 3 names in his ledger. He's certain of it.
All right. As I do see him down there, bit despondent, but still there, I move back to the room and say, well, do you guys all have a direction you want to go today? I was thinking maybe wandering aimlessly, maybe try to avoid that mayor, giving us a ride out on the boat on the lake?
I say we need to look at that. His Bitter's book.
Oh, I mean, he just wrote our names down. What's the big deal?
But remember, you gave him your name, but we did not give him our names.
Oh, I guess that is true. How did he get your names? I look for a name tag on Morgan and Adrian. Do they have name tags?
Ooh, I love this so much. Go ahead and give me a quick perception roll.
9.
I mean, they must have had name tags, right? They don't look like they're wearing them right now, but you're pretty sure they had name tags.
I might have a little dog collar. You know?
I think it rubbed off on your sleep, but yeah, he saw your name last night.
Ain't that lovely? I was intentionally trying for them not to get my name.
Well, maybe he just wrote down like what you look like. Maybe he didn't write down his name. It looked pretty close to your real name, but maybe it wasn't your name.
Did he say my name, or did he say the name that I gave the mayor?
It was upside down. Did I recognize the name upside down on the ledger, or did I just see him write 3 names?
You search the far recesses of the black matter of your brain. Go ahead and give me a quick perception check to see what you remember.
13.
Oh yeah, you remember pen strokes. You remember that those pen strokes most definitely spelled out Adrian. Like, what else would they have spelled out?
It looked like your name. I mean, he might have added some extra letters, but it looked like your name.
No one in this town besides you two know my name.
That is a concern. I see. We probably should go see what he's up with that ledger. But he holds it quite a lot. I don't know if it's going to be that easy to go just take the ledger.
So you're gonna tuck your way. What's the plan here? We're gonna try taking the book, or we're gonna try beating it out of him, or what are we doing?
I say we try to sneak it from him first. If that doesn't take, I say we use a more aggressive form of persuasion.
I crack my knuckles. I like the sound of that.
Do we have any in-suite toiletries or anything like that? Do we have a sink or
A poop bucket.
a toilet? Yeah, or something like that.
You do have a small basin. So there's that dirty mirror. You guys have like a small basin. It's like a sink, but with no plumbing. That's been kind of placed into a table. And next to it is a pitcher of dirty water. You've got that. There's a towel that sits on the table right next to the dirty water pitcher. And the outhouses, you know, just because you saw them yesterday, they're out back.
All right. Is there something in this room that we can say is non-functioning? That or is it a very low maintenance room where there's not much to like say is not working?
It's very low maintenance. You basically have a basin, a bed, and a very small chifforobe.
Well, we do have 3 people. We could say that the bed broke, but it has some implications that I don't know if you guys want to really imply.
I smashed the bed. As soon as Corvin says it.
Okay, sure. Roll me an attack roll on the bed.
All right.
I wasn't suggesting to actually break the bed. I was just suggesting we tell him we broke the bed so he can get away from the counter and come take a look.
This makes it more convincing. Nat 20. Only one I'll get for the whole campaign.
So glad that nat 20 for the bed. Oh yeah. You bring your your arms down on dead center of like one of those the side of the bed support, and you feel the mattress cave in and the bed supports go with it, and now the bed kind of sits at like a really awkward kind of angle. This was easy, you see, just because this, it looks like the state of the wood frame on the bed is about as good as the rest of the town is currently in.
I know, what an unfortunate accident. And I go and start shuffling up my hair and whatnot. What type of hair does Corvin have?
Like this kind of hair, of course.
Perfect. I just run my hand through his hair and just kind of mess it up a little bit. There we go. Story's convincing now.
It's not messy. You try to mess it up and it falls back exactly where it once was.
What product do you use?
This is all natural. Of course.
I'll be looking for that product.
He uses CW.
All right. You seem like you're better with words. I'll let you go and talk to him now.
Sure, we can definitely try that. I go down after the innkeeper just heard a large bang. I mean, I guess it is fair enough that something broke. I'll go ahead and try to get Bitter's attention. Sir, I don't mean to distract you, but the bed upstairs does require a little bit of maintenance. It may have snapped when we woke up. We got off the bed a little bit too rough.
Where are you when you're saying this?
I'm gonna say like on the third step down the stairs, assuming the like near the bottom, but
Okay.
not like in front of the counter.
But
Cool. His head turns slightly to you when you start talking. Go ahead.
I'm gonna walk out of the room like as if I'm gonna go like into town.
Okay. You're gonna walk down the stairs and out the door?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
As Corvin, as you finish speaking, you see him kind of nod in understanding. He closes the ledger, and you see him place it in that same cupboard below the desk that he placed it in the day before. You see him withdraw a key from his pocket, and he locks that cupboard, places that key back into his pocket. And then he begins walking toward the stairs, as if to follow you towards your room so that he can assess the damage. And as he approaches, I trust you slept well last night.
It was a pretty all right room. I don't think it was that big of a deal. I'm very thankful for, the accommodations. I kind of like go to tip a hat I don't have.
He notices that, and he raises an eyebrow at you. Yes, of course. And it's understandable that our beds might not be up to the task of supporting 3 people. After all, they are not large beds. And our illustrious mayor has said that your accommodations would be entirely covered. Should you choose you would like a second or even third room, please let me know. And I'm sure your accommodations will be much more comfortable with only 1 or 2 people to a room.
We may need to take you up on that because, if this is going to happen every night, I don't want to put you out. Are you suggesting it doesn't happen every night, Adrian? Come on, don't be a spoil sport. I know.
You kind of lead him to the room, and he takes one glance at the bed, and yes, not a problem. We will move you to a different room tonight. Well, we can repair the bed in this room. Should your friends also want their own room, they need only ask.
gonna keep. So he went to go check on the bed. Where is Adrian and Corvin at the moment?
Corbin walked him up
I
into
I
the
would have. Yeah. So the second he walked away, I would have walked right back into the whatever the first room, and see if I could get into that locked drawer.
Yeah. So Bitter followed Corvin back up. So it's you, Bitter, and Corvin in the room. Adrian, go ahead and roll stealth for me to see if you can make it back through the lobby without being detected.
Yeah. Stealth. 16.
Yeah, you make it back in. You can get behind the counter.
I'm going to try to get into that thing. I do have some sneaky tools.
While he's doing that,
You have lockpick tools.
I have a thief some thieves tools.
Are you proficient as a monk?
No,
Okay.
but I making this character, I want him to be like a sneaky boy. So I have thieves, and I have lockpick, and I have what is my actual? Because the monk has some kind of kit.
The monk has some. You can do it, but without proficiency, you're rolling at disadvantage.
Oh,
for sleight
I'm
of
well
hand.
aware.
Okay.
I'm a
Cool.
level 1 monk.
I've played Skyrim before. I just snap. I can get this snap.
Don't know why my camera doesn't want to unblur.
While he's doing that,
weird.
I'm gonna try stalling for time, talking about every random bit, like my back hurts. I have a bad back. I just go into a whole tangent, trying to keep Bitter occupied. Find out where there's a pharmacist in town.
Sure. You go ahead and you continue to just talk. Adrian, give me your sleight of hand roll.
With disadvantage?
Yep.
That makes me very sad. Do you know why?
Because it's low.
First roll was a natural 20.
Good. Let's burn these 20s while we can.
12 plus 3, 15.
Yeah. The lock comes open.
Open the drawer, and I
So it's like it's a cupboard. It's like a sliding cupboard door.
what's in there?
You want to open it?
Slowly.
Slowly? Okay, give me stealth.
Yeah. Oh, that was a really good roll. 6.
Cool. As you begin to try and slide that door open, you slide it only a few centimeters, but there's this grating sound of wood on wood as it begins to slide. Morgan, you see Bitter turn his head away from you like he's heard something.
Oh man, I've been trying to hold it in. I can't. Just really shy about using that outhouse.
Sure. Roll deception.
Yeah.
Come on, Morgan.
Charisma not being one of my strong suits. That'd be a 4.
He immediately begins to walk away from you and back toward the stairs.
I go and put a hand on his shoulder. So where can I find that pharmacist? I'm going to definitely need some for my back. This shoddy bed and construction really hurt.
All right, let me ask you a question. When you put your hand on him, are you grabbing him to hold him in place, or are you just trying to get his attention?
Get his attention.
Okay, cool. He moves his shoulder away from your hand as soon as you touch it. He continues to walk. Adrian, you hear footsteps approaching the stairs.
I slide it back closed.
Okay.
and then I go towards the door as if I was walking in.
You go back toward the door so that you can act like you're walking in.
Yeah.
Ooh. How quickly do you want to shut that door?
It's only a few centimeters, right?
It's only a few centimeters,
Yeah,
but do
I'm
you
not.
want to
You
shut
know,
it
you know,
quietly or do you want to shut it quickly?
let's do quietly.
Okay. Roll me stealth.
Ooh. That was much better. 18.
18. You are able to close it much quieter, and you begin to head back toward the door, and you hear Bitter's voice coming down the stairs. Is everything well to your finding, sir?
Well, except for my compatriots there wrecking the bed this morning. If you know their calisthenics was a little too invigorating for me, so I had to get some fresh air. Is everything all right up there?
You see his eyes as he's walking down the stairs. His eyes flick to the side where he can just make out the cupboard. And he continues walking down the stairs. He stops just in front of you in the
Is
lobby.
everything all
And
right?
did you expect to find a new bed in a cupboard, sir?
No, sir. I was outside getting some air.
Roll deception.
Deception. Is that good? Hey, it's a plus. Hey, that's not a negative. Plus 0. 16.
He's right. It's not a negative.
16. 1 6.
Ah, fresh air. Surely this would be a good idea after such a cozy night in, wouldn't it? May I offer you breakfast?
I'm not really a breakfast person. We had my rations already as well, so I'm quite good. Bitter.
You hear a shout from up above. Do you make accommodations? Do you happen to have some fresh blood?
Are you talking to who are you talking to?
Oh, I'm shouting down to Bitter.
Oh, okay. What was the question?
Oh, do you make accommodations? Do you have any blood?
Ah, um, we can procure blood quite easily. Do you have a preferred vintage?
Vintage. I've never heard the term used for that.
Would
I'm
you
not.
like it from an older or a younger person?
I see what you mean now. I never really had a preference. I was mostly curious if you had it in stock, if you understand.
There's
Oh, no.
quite a lot of stock around these parts. I can guarantee it to be fresh for you. Would you prefer O positive? Would you prefer B negative?
Universal is always the best.
So shall it be. Please enjoy your fresh air this morning. I will come and find you when I have procured for you your sustenance.
Well, thank you. I'll go out the door, kind of like just kind of skim past Adrian while they were staring, and just head outside.
Morgan, what are you doing?
I'm just following them out. Like, no breakfast for me, thank you. I'm on that 16-hour fast. I got to keep that trim going. Yeah, have a good morning. And then just straight out the door.
Adrian?
I kind of stare at Bitter for a second. It's like, where do you procure this blood? If you don't mind me asking.
Where else would one get blood?
Are they willing offerings?
Surely as willing as they can be.
So not very.
I find your lack of answer very revealing, Bitter. Have a good day. When I walk out the door.
You as well, sir. And he watches you go. You guys are outside.
All right. I'm just going to walk as far a reasonable distance away from the inn and suggest that Morgan and Adrian follow if they don't have a place they want to be at the moment.
No, I follow.
Yeah, I go too.
All right.
And once we get sufficient far enough away, I'm just going to whisper, just so you know, I don't just eat blood. It was mostly just a question to see if they were alive here, or two, if they were able to actually get blood. Now, I don't eat blood all that often, okay?
I just nod my head slowly as I'm taking mental note.
I was not judging you.
I'm more judging them.
Good. Yes.
So, did any luck there, Adrian?
No, he came downstairs very quickly. It's almost like he was listening in for that. He was very, very keen on keeping whatever is in that cabinet secured.
I tell you what.
Hence the lock.
Hey, gonna break in, be a little beanie.
Wherever we go, we shouldn't be going with the mayor out on the lake. I feel that's what's gonna do. We'll end up in that pile of bodies.
Absolutely not. But it's morning. Is there any kind of difference in the day, like light, clouds, anything different than last night outside?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, not one difference at all. It's still dark. You can still only see a certain amount of distance off in front of you. The air is still thick with mist.
Is there anyone out and about?
Is there anybody like in the town out and about?
Yeah.
You three?
I say, the only thing that different about this town was that tent. I say we go back and explore.
I mean, no offense there, Adrian, but I do not take too kindly to knives in my throat. So you can if you'd like, but I've already been warned to not return.
We just need answers, and at least they were truthful with us.
Agreed. And if anybody tries to put a knife up to your neck, I pull out, I grab at the hilt of my greatsword. Take care of them. Getting a little anxious with all this snaking around.
Well, I will be in the middle of you two, so it is not my neck that the knife is put to, all right?
Adrian takes off. Into the air.
Anyone?
Kidding.
Ah, crap.
Anyone find it a bit ironic that the bloodsucker He's worried about his neck. And then I just fall.
Which direction are you guys going?
I think
Are
we're
you headed
returning towards the lake again, where we saw
towards the
tent.
lake?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you head off toward the lake, following the path that you found yesterday or last night when you found the footprints. And as you approach, you get to the point where you would be able to see the tent, except there is no longer a tent there. You can see shreds of cloth, of tarp, and the makeshift fire pit that was out has been completely stamped in.
Any footprints?
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Oh, good. 8.
Not that you can see.
These boot walkers.
So I know the campfire was stamped out. Can I just try to feel ambient heat to see if it, like, the recency of it? Like, do we feel any heat? And if I don't feel it before touching it, I'll go and just try to, like, get closer and closer until I actually, like, put my hands in any ash or ember.
You could be knuckle deep in that dirt. You're not going to feel any warmth at all. And you don't even give me another survival check. Russell, to answer your question, you could be a third knuckle. In.
8.
Corvin, you don't even notice ash.
Do I notice like twigs, like any remnants?
It's not twigs, but it looks like it's whittled wood bits. Like they took something else made of wood and whittled it down into like little wood chips and tried to use that for kindling.
Looks like they're burning the houses. I mean, I guess they have to burn something. I don't really see many trees around here. But yes, the trail has gone a bit cold. You see Corvin rub his neck. Darn, such a shame.
Yeah. Oh. Morgan, do you have any ideas where they could have gone?
If they're smart, as far away from this place as it as possible.
But every farther away you get, the closer you get. You always end up back at Hellview.
It's almost like a Hotel California or something. Sorry. Anyways, I think didn't he mention that there's a dam or whatnot blocked off? Something.
Yeah, remember that, the dam blocking off the way.
Somebody give me a quick perception check just to see if you remember anything about a dam.
Damn.
I rolled a crit 1.
This is where yeah, so you immediately have this memory of somebody mentioning something about a dam. There's definitely a dam built into this lake, and you know that because it was talked about, it was mentioned. Who was mentioning that? Who mentioned the dam? And as you begin to like mull this over in your mind on repeat, it's now flashing. Bitter told you about the dam. No, it wasn't Bitter. The mayor told you about the dam. No, it wasn't the mayor. It was that crotchety old lady who started screaming at you about the dam. No, it wasn't the old lady. Was it passing conversations as people were leaving the town hall? And you're getting like all this input from different voices, different people talking about the dam. before you slowly start to realize the dam was never mentioned. There is no dam in the lake.
I just kind of stare off into nothing as I'm as I'm thinking about all this. I say nothing. I'm just
Um,
all this
Corbin,
mathematic symbols floating behind my head.
Yes.
do you think we should get him out of this?
I'm
He
sorry,
seems
what was
to. Do we want to try and get him out of this? He seems like he's stuck.
that? Oh, I mean, I go to tap Morgan just on the forehead. Are you doing all right?
I'll take you one-handed.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Good. Sorry, just kind of trailed off there for a minute.
Well, we don't have many leads. The only lead we really have is we can check their mailboxes. I don't know if that's a federal crime here, but see who has dredging duty, see what it would be.
I can't think of anything better.
You hear
you see Corbin just kind of go like this.
I reach for my great sword and pull it out.
Morgan, if you need to use the outhouse, you should just use the outhouse.
You hear again.
Where's it coming from?
Everybody look around. Give me a look. All three of y'all,
Look
give me some
around, look
perception
around.
checks.
Prescriptions.
I see so much. Well, I'm hunkered down on the ground.
That would be a 7.
Adrian.
So glad Adrian's here.
Sorry, wait.
Uh,
Wait.
Corvin and Morgan both immediately look off in different directions, expecting to see something. But Adrian, you see exactly where this noise is coming from. Standing about 25 feet off, just beyond the edge of your vision, you can see the silhouette of a figure wearing a hooded cloak. And the figure beckons you toward it.
Mates, this way.
Roll for initiative. Sorry.
You see Corvin believes his direction was correct, so kind of walks backwards towards Adrian with his hand still on his neck.
And Adrian goes towards the hooded figure and kind of like has their hands palms out. Just like, no threat, no threat.
Says the monk.
Says the monk, you know.
As you get closer, you can now see the features of this person underneath the hood.
Is this the same hooded figure?
What are they seeing? What are they seeing, Laura?
Right now they're just seeing some like pale, like blondish long hair and just like light, more like elfin features. Ta-da. Okay. But
Ta-da.
Mora like whips out her dagger and looks at him and is like, so are you guys stupid or something? Except for you, Corbin. How's it going? And she gives him a wink.
I'm like, oh, but yes.
I said not to follow me, but you guys just come straight back here. What are you doing? Going in circles, or did you just never leave? What are you up to?
Well, why'd you say yes? Why'd you think I said yes to that question? I didn't think it was a great idea, but you know, we're kind of stuck here. We didn't really know which way to go, and you're the only person that talked to us like a normal person.
What do you mean you guys think you're stuck here?
What,
I see we can't leave.
can you leave?
Have you guys tried?
But technically, no. You do make a good point there. But we have been told that it is going to be a fruitless journey for 22 miles before we head up straight back here.
Oh,
And
cool. So you guys are just a bunch of people that do whatever people like say. So like if they're like, "Oh, you can't leave," you're like, "Okay, cool. We'll just stick around for a bit." Is that what I'm hearing?
actually, I
Yes.
did try to leave, flying up, and I was blocked.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we tried the up too. The up didn't work.
Look at you like feather wings.
We?
Well, there was a we, but right now it's just a me, and I'm kind of freaking out. And that's the only reason why I'm talking to you guys right now.
So I have to ask. You suggested that you did try something, but also suggested that you failed. What have you tried?
We had a note when we woke up. I don't know if you guys got something similar, but I had a note and it said that the best way to leave is to go through the storm. But when we tried, it didn't work out.
Oh, you mean the dam, of course. Yes, we had some premonitions about that.
So there is a dam!
I just kind of look up in all my eyes. I'm like, guys, my sister is missing right now. And you're just talking about, I don't know, water blockage in a lake. And I just don't feel like that's what's important right now. Unless you're into the environmentalism. I don't know.
Well, no. It was merely just. Anyways, do you know where the storm is? It's obviously not up.
It was, and I pull up the note to like reread it because I still kept it. I can't remember what direction it was, but it's that way. I can't read the note. Oh, hang on.
North.
But
She
We don't really have-
disappeared.
compass or
Disappear.
anything. I don't know. I don't have a compass. Well, I have a bird, so I may have a north
Sorry.
sensor.
Don't you have like a built-in compass? Like
Yeah,
you
I was gonna say a
fly
bird
south
has a built-in
every-
compass.
Yeah,
Ew,
every
you have a
winter
built-in
you go
compass?
south.
Yeah,
Does it
We-
hurt?
we-
weird. It helps me draw circles.
We were told that this storm causes many floods, so much so that you can't even leave because of these floods.
Well, I don't know much about floods, but I felt like I was flooding with something when I went through it.
Like emotions? Is this metaphorical?
I wish it was metaphorical. It was more like my body was being ripped to shreds, and I would have looked like this Morgan guy over here.
Aw.
I don't know what any of you guys look like. I'm sorry.
Shredded. So you
What do
would
you
look
guys
shredded.
look like? Who are you?
Yeah, Corvin is a CW vampire, basically.
Oh, very nice.
He's an edgy boy.
Edgy boy, yeah. Yeah, that just drinks from blood bags, and and he's a vegan vampire. Totally, that's what he is.
Okay, so you're a vampire, and then Morgan, what do you look like?
I'm a very scruff-looking human. Just very solid built, but kind of not very well kept, and looks more like a mercenary than a knight. I don't have cool pictures.
Me neither. Adrian. Just kidding. What do
And
you look
I'm
like?
a Era Corcoran. That Lucana is model bird person.
You're a what?
Bird person.
A bird person. Oh, okay.
Yeah, modeled most basically after a great blue heron.
Okay, very cool. That's
Yeah,
exciting.
it was also a monk who has like a monk robe and not like a habit, but like the kind of the hood and the shoulders and all that.
Cool beans. Cool. Yeah. So, anyways, we tried to go north, and that didn't work out. So we came back and we camped here, and then you started poking your noses around, and then I went to follow you to tell you to get out of here. When I came back, my sister was gone, and so that's where I've been.
Do you know if she tried to go back north?
I don't think so.
Where'd you lose her?
Well, we were here, and then I went to go follow you to make sure you left, and then when I came back here, she was gone. So I don't know. She's not really one for nosing around, but also she's not one for sticking around. So I don't know.
I, I, I,
I'm
I
trying
know
to be
you.
deliberately obtuse. Go ahead.
Yeah. I know you probably don't know what Megan's character looks like. What do you know what she looks like? Adrian could go make sure she's not in the big pile of bodies in the lake.
I'm going to tell you something. It's probably not going to matter what you think she looks like. It might not look that way.
You know, that is a good point.
Yeah. Mora, you notice that even if you were to try and put words to it, you would have a great difficulty describing anybody's features that you're not currently looking at.
I think she's got eyes. I'm not really sure. Probably a mouth, I think.
You gotta hedge your bets there, just in case she's a mute.
Your odds are pretty good.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I look around the area where she was saying where she might have lost her sister, and I just use some of my. I want to try using some of my monster tracking abilities to see if there's any footprints or any just thing to track. Period.
What are your monster tracking abilities?
My monster tracking abilities, more or less, I can in this situation like this, it would just be investigation. If I'm actually tracking a specific monster, I can roll at advantage for any intelligence abilities or based abilities. But in this situation, I just want to investigate and see if there's any footprints or anything.
Okay, go ahead and give me survival.
Survival, cool. I can do that. That's going to be an 18.
Yeah, tracks, no. Tracks you're not able to see just because of the thickness of the ground. Or the denseness of the ground. Like you guys tried just the day before to mark up the ground, and it made next to no difference at all. Like no real perceivable difference. So you're not really able to see tracks, especially in this poor lighting. But one of the things that stands out to you is the canvas, the tent canvas that is still there. You can see that not only is it shreds of canvas, but some of it looks torn and some of it looks cut, though not cleanly. So you feel like you might be seeing signs of a struggle.
I relay this to everybody. I'm pretty much letting them know that I have no idea where she might have went, but there's definitely a struggle here.
What? I looked at that tent so many times and you found something? Thank you, Morgan.
Mora, do you have any other interactions with the mayor?
I don't think interaction's a good word to describe anything that I've been doing. Ever since I got here, I was talking to some of the townspeople. They just seemed kind of off. And I didn't want to draw any attention to myself, so I didn't want to go talking to any of the upper peoples. And so I've just been kind of hiding out and observing, trying to leave. Have you talked to the mayor? Mayor? I'm really bad at accents. This is going to be funny, guys. Have you talked to the mayor?
I like it.
Thanks.
We did briefly talk to the mayor yesterday. He seems, the most lucid of the individuals that we've talked to, which isn't saying much, but he's a bit odd, like everyone else here. He's going to find us, which is, a bit disturbing. He seems we've been told he'll find us regardless of where we are. And then he'll take us out on the lake. And I kind of, because we're currently right next to the lake, right?
Yeah, you're near the lake.
Have you seen the middle of the lake, Mora?
Are you talking about all the bodies? Yeah, I didn't do it.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. I wasn't suggesting that, but I didn't think about asking it.
I don't know much about the mayor, but if I make a suggestion, I would say probably don't go out on the lake with him. It's just an idea I've got.
That is a fair suggestion. I will take it in consideration. Have you, any of you, including myself, this is mostly just trying to see if I remember, did we see anyone around town holding a blade at all? Like that would have cut the tent?
Is this like a me question or a they question?
I was asking them, but then also like I don't know if Corvin has seen it either. So
Did you need one? And I pull out like 2 of my daggers and one of my rapiers, and I'm like, oh, what do you need?
I was asking to see if we know.
Call that a knife?
I was seeing if we knew the perpetrator of the struggle behind us. Unless the tent decided to attack your friend there, I don't think it was an accident that was cut. Correct? That was what we were assuming.
I think you're assuming correctly.
So, have you seen anyone that is able to actually swing a blade? I haven't seen anyone but stare straight forwards or the mayor talk. So I don't know if anyone even has the capacity to use a blade.
Not that I've seen.
Well, we can go rifling through some mailboxes and maybe find a knife to my throat again. I don't know. One way to find out if anyone has a blade, right?
Did you like that, Corvin? And I go behind him and I pull out my knife. And I'm
No,
like, is this
no,
jogging
please.
a memory for you?
It's I'm fine, thank you. Unless you are suggesting you kidnapped your friend, I don't think that will be particularly useful at the moment.
All right.
There's also Bitter's book. He seems very keen on protecting. But Mora,
yes.
at the inn, there's an innkeeper who has a ledger, and he has everyone's name in it. I don't know if he has your name in it, but the thing is, my compatriot here and I did not give him our real names, but he seems to have that in his book.
I don't think I've gone into the inn to stay. We try to stay out of the inn. Thank you. but I know who you're talking about. Bitter.
Indeed.
I mean, another option we haven't tried yet. We haven't seen anybody who's been armed in this town. Try roughing them up a little bit.
I'm definitely not against that, but if we are going to be stuck here perpetually, it's might not be the best to start a battle against 96 people. 90.
Yeah, but they're 93 geriatric people.
96. Just
96. Yeah, I think we could take them.
And we counted 99 in the meeting, the town hall.
Unless they all are just happen to be some collective-minded monster, which is a possibility.
So I've been trying to stay out of that town hall ever since we got here and people started acting weird and all of that. Did they say anything important in that town hall meeting?
They didn't really say all that much. I look at her hood. Is the hood the same?
She was there in last night's town hall meeting.
Okay.
Just about lake dredging assignments, the hopes for a good upcoming harvest. All the usual stuff that whatever the mayor was talking about. That's exactly what you all heard.
As we recall that in the good harvest and whatnot, have I seen anything that even resembles agriculture?
Give me a perception check.
All right. A perception.
Wait, you guys not just all harvest blood here? Maybe I'm mistaken here. I just assumed it was blood.
Oh, yeah. You would have had to have seen something, right? They used the word harvest.
Of course, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan, I believe that we might be the harvest.
That's got to be pretty ironic for you, huh, Corbin?
Yes,
Uh,
that is, you know, reuse is, generally considered polite, but generally also frowned upon in my culture.
To drink blood?
No, reuse.
To what? I'm sorry, that's somebody hear you.
Reuse.
Oh,
That like the drink blood that's been drank, but never mind.
gotcha.
I'm just kind of nodding my head, just taking mental notes at everything you say here. It's like I'm just filling out all this information on vampires now.
I'm sure it's all legitimate and not stuff I'm making up right now.
Absolutely.
But yes, this is out of character, just so more knows. I keep bringing up checking mailboxes because they said in the town hall that they would let everyone know who has drudging duty via mail, and
Okay.
so we wanted to know who was doing the drudging, and that's why I keep suggesting we check the mailboxes.
Cool. I was like, that's a weird place to stash your knives, but whatever is your culture, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a bit of felonies, and so we might also catch the attention of the townsfolk, which might have knives, and so it's one way to see if they have knives.
So you guys are thinking about checking mailboxes. You just don't want to get caught?
Well, part of the plan was maybe getting caught, just one for the thrill and two to see if they had knives.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to be caught. It's perfectly fine just to check the mailboxes. So shall we do that, or you guys have a different idea that you want to follow beforehand? Because it is a bit of a long shot. We don't even know when they're sending out the letters.
I do think there are some answers in that book.
In the
Yes,
ledger?
Yeah.
with how closely he protects it, I don't know if we have many options other than, murder. Which, like I said, I'm not against, except we will be making enemies of probably everyone in the town.
Do you know where he keeps it?
Oh, yes. We know where the key is, too.
It would be on his dead body after we kill him.
I like the way you think. But, and then I'm going to like morph into Bitter, who I've seen. And I'm like, or I can just maybe go get it for you guys.
But,
Oh,
but you're the one hiding it.
Yeah, but if you
Not
tell
you.
me, if you tell me where I hide it, then like I can go get it for you guys. You got to work with me here. And then I turn into Corbin. Oh, what's a changeling? I've never seen a changeling before. Adrian, I'm just so confused. And then I go back to
Have
me.
you-
Like, we can
have you
use this,
seen
guys.
the-
We can use it.
But you've seen the mayor.
I start applauding.
Corbin? Oh my gosh, you're my new favorite.
oh yes, that's a good point. Have you seen the mayor? I mean, trying to steal a key from yourself won't make much sense. But if you're the mayor asking for the key, now that can make some sense.
Or even calling him away.
I can try that. Don't ask me to describe him right now because I don't know. But more might know. Just don't ask me.
You know, the guy
I mean,
top-
you were at the town hall, and he was up at the front, so I
Yes.
assume you saw him.
You've
Just
seen him.
please don't ask me to describe him because I don't know. He was a man.
He had
I
a
just-
top hat.
I just imagine the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas when
Oh,
George was
okay.
describing him.
Ew.
That's literally what was going through my head.
Never mind, guys. I don't want to turn into him. It's gross. I have self-esteem.
Well, I guess we're stuck here.
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
So yeah, just to like mailboxes or book. Where do you want to focus?
That's a different game.
Those are the two options that
Get it?
have
Get it?
been
Okay,
placed right now. Mailboxes or book.
You guys have kind of been around a bit more than I guess I have. I've been really stuck on looking for my sister. So I'm going to trust
say-
whatever you say. And
I
if you're
s-
wrong, then I just part ways.
Point
I
of
think
order,
the-
Mora, you don't remember how long you've been here.
Yeah. Oh, what did I say? Longer? I don't know. You guys have
You,
been poking
yeah,
your
you said
noses
that they've been
more
around
than
here
I have.
longer, but
Sorry, I meant looking around here more than I have.
I think we should try the book again.
That's just fair. We don't, like I said, we don't know when they're going to deliver the mail. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's always another option that we can take later after they delivered it.
Yeah. And then she can do her thing. Oh, let me get in here. She can do her thing. She can go and change into the mayor. And if that doesn't work, we'll just resort to plan B and go rough him up a little. The fun plan.
And then there's always plan C where we end up in the middle of the lake. But I don't like plan C. We're not going to do that one, right, guys?
No.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. So,
No,
yes, we should avoid.
Okay, great.
Wait, before you turn to the mayor, please do not invite us to the middle of the lake.
But
I hear it's lovely
That-
this time of year.
that might be a
All
good
right.
plan, though. To have the mayor invite us and have Bitter arrange the boat.
I don't know if that's normally his job, but I mean, I don't know if I don't really know the power structure of this town all that well.
Yeah. No. Or I guess we should before we do, we should make sure we have a plan for what our new friend here says to Bitter as the mayor.
I was just thinking something along the lines of drawing their attention away. I mean, honestly, we don't know much about the power structure, like I said, but I assume that that Bitter will have to report to the mayor at some point, possibly for, make sure he's not doing any of that pesky tax evasion. So has to see the ledgers. So why doesn't Mora just ask as the mayor to see his ledger?
Moira just kind of looks around the area and she goes, "You guys really think this is a tax type place?"
I mean, sure, why not?
I mean, I guess it pays for the mail. I don't know. Okay.
I think they do tithes here. It makes as much sense as anything else.
Okay. So you want an extra mayor? That's what we're doing?
I think so. I mean, well, do we want to try to deceive him and just see the ledger there, or try to distract him away from the inn? Adrian, you were able to get in there for a moment.
Yeah, I think just distracting him away.
You guys
Is
stayed there, right? I can ask about you because I have a feeling he doesn't like you much.
No, he definitely does not like me anymore.
All right.
All right. So, well, hold up. What is Mora going to distract with then?
Don't you worry about that, Corbin. You got this. You go ahead and you do your thing, and I'll just do mine. It's fine.
Oh, all right. This sounds like a
I
plan
like
that is-
it.
that is. I mean, I'm not the person that's in trouble, so it was nice knowing you, Mora.
You don't feel like you're in trouble? You're not stuck here, Corbin? Are you here? Are you here willingly, Corbin? Is that what's going on? I pull out my dagger and I start to go up towards his neck.
You found it out. It's all for my blood.
You guys heard that, right?
It's like a Corbin Ronstringer.
No, I'll just probably call Beta and be like, "Hey, those 3 patrons that you had at your inn, I'm kind of done with him. I might invite him over to the lake." And he might be like, "Yeah, that sounds good." And hopefully by then you guys got a book. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
If you guys got
I
any
don't know if
feedback
we've-
or advice, I'll take it.
I don't know if you.
Checks out.
Well, so if we do this plan, you're talking to him where exactly? You're talking because sounds of it, that conversation can all happen just at his counter, where his ledger is.
Not if I'm eating, and I like to eat. I think the mayor eats. I didn't see any farmland. I don't know. Have we ever seen these people eat?
He did offer me.
Roll me a perception check to search your memories for people eating.
Yay! 12 plus 1 is 13.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you had to have seen the meat. You've been here for... Yeah, you don't remember how long, but in that time, you're pretty sure you've seen some people eat. Like, you'd have to. People need to eat. It makes complete sense that you would have seen people eating.
Can you... I don't know if I believe you. If I can recall if they have currency here.
Like a money system?
Yeah, like if I wanted to meet at a cafe.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me for memory. Yeah.
What's memories? That
Perception.
Okay.
Perception. Perceive your memories.
20.
It's a 20?
Well, it's a 19 plus 1.
Yeah. Your memories begin flashing before you. Of course you've seen them exchange folded bills. No. You've seen them exchange coins, golden coins. No, they wouldn't have golden coins in this town. You've seen them exchange bronze coins? No, it wouldn't be bronze. Would it be copper? Was it brass? It keeps changing color. Was it just rusted coins? Maybe they were just metal chits, some kind of metal chit that they had as a currency. And as your mind begins flashing all these different forms of trade and currency, you become more and more sure that you've actually never seen currency being used.
You know what, guys? I'm not going to invite him to eat because I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. So maybe I'll just meet him outside somewhere.
Okay, as long as you're confident enough to get him outside, good luck. That is why I'm warning you. He's very attached to this ledger. I don't know if he will just willingly leave without a good reason.
Oh, you guys don't think he's going to leave it? It's not just like locked up and he doesn't just leave it? Because if that's the case, then why are we doing this?
I don't know. Well, you have to give him a good reason to leave. He might just lock
what
it
if
up.
we just
correct?
set it on
Or he might
fire?
take it out.
What if a crazy idea? What if she just says, because she's the mayor, hey, let me see your ledger. And he goes and shows her the ledger, and then she looks at it and then walks away. Everybody's happy.
That is a
I
great
don't know
plan.
if it's your memory, but my memory's not going so great right now.
It's a great plan. It's almost as if I said that like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was about to say.
All right. I will do that. I'll go look for the ledger, and then I'm going to roll this dice and hope that I remember all the names that are on it. And we'll see what happens.
What is this arcane dice you're carrying?
I don't know. Is that what you guys want me to do? I'll go in there.
I mean, yes. I mean, Adrian believes it might be best to try to steal it, but we need a solid plan to get him out of the inn if we want to do that, which we can totally do. We just need a plan.
I think it's just if she can transfer form into the mayor, like you were suggesting before, just go up, charisma. If it doesn't work, we beat him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool beans. Can you, George, what was the mayor like?
Yeah, do you have a disguise kit?
I'm a changeling. I can just put on like that and then figure out the clothes.
Yeah, so I mean, you can change your physical appearance, but you would be changing into your own clothes. You'd be changing your skin, but wearing Mora's clothes.
Yeah. What does he wear?
He wears a very ratted gray suit with a faded striped tie and a torn up and faded top hat that looks like the top might be coming off, like one of those cartoons where the hat looks like a tin can kind of a thing.
All right. Guys, we're making a pit stop. We got to go break into the mayor's house real fast so I can get some clothes. Just a little quick stop. We'll be fast.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Do you
Break
know
the
where
door.
it lives? Have we seen a big fancy house or like a house that screams "This is the mayor's house" versus just town hall?
Houses don't scream.
Well, maybe here in Bellevue.
You've seen the neighborhood area, right? You've seen the neighborhood where everybody lives. Roll me a perception check.
Guys,
I don't like
think we're-
memories, okay?
Guys, I think we're going back to the other plan. We're checking everybody's mail.
13.
Let's find
13.
his house while we're at it.
Of course you've seen the mayor's house. The mayor lived in this grand marble white mansion, the kind of a house that a mayor should live in. It had golden gates. No. It had shining polished steel gates. No. It didn't have gates. None of the houses here have gates, but it was made of marble. No, it wasn't marble. Was it polished wood? It was a polished wood house. Wood like the rest of the houses, because that would make sense, but it wasn't polished. You can't polish wood. Was it lacquered? Was it large? And you begin to like doubt yourself as your mind begins to flash all of these different versions of this house. You become very sure that your memories are trying to lie to you.
I think I got that the second time. We try to remember anything.
Yeah, I was about to say after the fourth time this happening, I'm like, okay, I get a pattern developing. Our brains are mush at this point. Yeah.
All right. So instead of actually trying to remember anything, we just go back to go look at the houses again.
Yeah. Now we're back to mailboxes, and if we see the mayor's house, then we break in. Then we go look for the ledger. Violence.
You're at the neighborhood. You see rows and rows of identical broken down wooden houses with rusted nails jutting out from corners where they've become separated from the planks, planks falling away. There's broken stairs leading up to the front door. It's only like 2 or 3 steps per house, depending on the state of the stairs. And
if there's
drilled into the front wall, right next to the front door, you see rusted mailboxes. Remember the kind of mailbox that like they had, like the wall one in the escape room where you put the mail down into it? That's what it looks like.
Well, so I mean, if there's only what you said, 96 people, if there's 96 houses, there's 4 of us, that's only like what, 24 houses each. We can do this. This is fine.
And montage. Felony montage.
You guys are going through mailboxes?
We're going through mailboxes.
Is it like bright daylight or is it dark out right now?
No, it's dark.
Okay, good. We did something.
And foggy. Is it foggy to
Misty.
them? Oh, yeah. Misty.
Thick mist, so thick that it's almost like fog. But it doesn't just sit there like a cloud. You can see the specks of mist falling to the ground constantly.
So it's really misty outside, but it missed the qualifications for fog. Oh, that was a stretch. Yep. Okay.
Mailbox.
I've checked 23. How are you guys doing?
Morgan, you open 3 mailboxes. Inside all 3 of them, you find a bundle of rag.
Interesting. I pull it out. Is there anything worth noting about these rags?
Yeah, when you get to the 3rd one, you look at the bundle of rag, and then you begin to unbundle it, and it begins to unroll. And fallen into your hand is a rusted, dull knife with a splintering wooden handle.
Well, Coven, it looks like we found out who has a knife. All of them.
I'm just going through another mailbox on the other side of the street. What? I wasn't expecting to find knives in the mailbox. What? Are you serious?
Corvin, the mailbox that you just opened, it has a meat hook inside of it.
Ooh, lovely. I go like hook the air and then just set it back into the mailbox.
Who else is going through mailboxes?
I'm going through mailboxes.
These two houses side by side that you come to, Mora, you don't see anything inside the mailboxes, but set on the splintering porch just beneath the mailboxes are in both of these houses are large sacks filled with rock.
Just like normal rocks.
Just normal rocks, about that big. And the sack is pretty hefty. You could estimate the sack itself to be almost 100 pounds.
This is a big mailbox.
No, it's below the mailbox because it wouldn't fit.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Was there any names on the mail, or there's nothing in it except for just the stuff you said?
There's nothing in the mailbox.
Or on the mailbox.
But below the mailbox, there was the sacks of rocks.
Okay.
Adrian, are you also looking?
Yeah, I'm looking through them through them as well.
You open your mailbox, and inside is a length of rusted chain.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the door of the house.
Okay.
And I'm gonna knock.
You knock. You hear some soft scuffling. And then the door opens, and there's a rather old man now standing at the door with milky white eyes. And he looks up at you, maybe a little too far, like he's unsure as to where exactly he should be looking. But after a moment, his mouth splits into a wide grin, showing 3 rotting teeth and empty gums.
Yes. Hello. I'm new in town, and I'm just trying to find my way.
Your way? The only way is over flooded by the storm.
I see. Have you ever been through the storm?
No one goes through the storm. It's over flooded. Over flooded by the storm.
What about under the storm?
It's over flooded. Over flooded by the storm.
What is it you do here, sir?
We do not support your cause. To leave the blood stay in the veins.
You said, sorry, leave the blood stay in the veins?
No, do not support the cause. To leave the blood stay in the veins. Blood must be spilled. Bodies must be stacked high. Civilized are close, but we are too far.
All right, thank you. And I go back to the group. And I tell him, I just met an older man. He says he wants us to spill our blood and Civilized too close, and we are too far currently. And he
Well,
wants
did
to
you tell
stack the
him?
bodies high. Yes.
Lovely.
What did I tell him? What did I tell him?
Oh, I was gonna say, did you tell him no, thank you? Have a nice day.
I just kind of left because old people, they just want to keep talking. They're lonely sometimes, so sometimes the best thing is just to walk away, and they'll just forget you were ever there.
That was really polite, Adrian. Really insightful. I think you're my new favorite.
And I look at Morgan. I go, yeah, that's right.
Oh. He's not even trying to hide it. That stacking bodies, blood. Anybody find the mayor's house yet?
I found rocks.
I found
I got a rock.
What'd you guys find?
Well, just a meat hook. Bit disturbing. It's possible these people don't use letters. They might assign jobs via objects. It's probably going to be a bit hard for us to understand the job if we do not know an association with the object. I guess I guess the mayor could be something like a pen or something like that. But you guys, I mean, so we're currently sidetracked on our sidetrack.
Yes.
So we, I just want to make sure we're following. We're looking for the mayor's house, so we can break into the mayor's house to steal from him, so we can steal from the innkeeper. Correct?
Yeah, I mean, if you got other ideas, I'm here for it.
Yes, I was just making sure we follow.
Just
Um,
kidding. Sorry.
But the more I talk to these people, the less I believe that any violence will be negatively seen. So that it might behoove us to be a bit more persuasive with our argument with the innkeeper.
All right. I just know the innkeeper and the mayor. I mean, the mayor seemed to entrance them. They were all staring at him in unison. I don't want to get on the mayor's bad side. Bitter. It's possible we can. He's not that big of a cog in this machine, so we can definitely try. Maybe just things break a little bit when he dies, and only about like 5% of the town comes after us. So
He doesn't have
I agree.
to die, Corbin. He doesn't have to die.
Oh,
Possibly
True.
just restrained.
yes. I mean, I would like my sweets, so I'm not going to kill him if I don't have to.
Adrian, you're kind of fancy, aren't you?
Why do you say that?
I turn into Adrian. It behooves everybody to do this, and then we don't have to die. Maybe we should go and do this instead. And then I go to Mora, back to Mora. I'm like, it's okay. I kind of like it. I dig it.
You travel the world as much as I have, Maura, and you just pick some things up.
I travel, but we probably are in different hoods. It's okay. We can keep going.
I'm in my hood here. Over his hood.
That was pretty good, Adrian. I got one of those too. And I put my hood on. Look at us.
You were in your hood. Yes, I'm in my hood.
Oh man,
The jokes are going downhill, guys.
they really are. Where are we going though? Are we going? Are we going to the mail?
Well, I believe, unless we want to continue rifling through mail, we did find a knife. It was. Did you say the state of the knife when you pointed out the knife?
I'm holding it up right now.
He took it.
Splintered handle. Yeah, I still got it.
All right, now it is definitely a felony. Stealing from
call
a
it-
box.
You call that a knife?
Does it look used at all, or is it like a rusted, totally rusted? Like it doesn't even look like it could cut canvas.
It is rusted and dull. This is not something that you would actually want to use. But looking at it, you're pretty sure it could do some cutting before it became completely useless. Like it would cut at least a little bit.
So it's
You know-
Zelda with flashing red.
We could, crazy idea, if you said your sister's missing and we know that a scuff happened and somebody cut through the tent. Let's go check that house.
Yeah, might as well take a look and see what exactly that person has a knife in their mailbox for. Maybe don't bring that part up, but just maybe try to see what they are about.
So I'm just double checking. We're trying to not draw attention to ourselves by making little pit stops and meeting the neighbors.
um, yes, sure. That we can say that is what we're doing.
Okay, sure. That sounds great. And I put on my hood and I take a few steps back behind him to like mask myself.
A door opens a little way, like 3 doors down from you. A door opens, and you see a middle-aged, heavily graying and wrinkled woman reach into her own mailbox and pull out a bundle of rag and look at it, and you can see her demeanor falls as if incredibly dejected. And then her eyes come up to the 4 of you standing in the middle of the neighborhood street. And she stares at you for a good long moment before closing her mailbox and retreating silently into her house.
All right, guys. So that's what we call a
ma'am.
witness, and I gotta go take care of it. I'm very sorry. I'll be right back.
Ma'am, what were you looking for in your mailbox?
No, she's gone.
Oh.
Yeah, she's back in the house.
Like that you said, "Oh," so it was really good.
She's okay. But she just had rag. And did she take the rag with her?
Yeah.
All the mailboxes had an object wrapped in a rag, right?
No.
Not every object was wrapped in a rag. Morgan's
Okay.
knife was wrapped in a rag. Mora saw sacks of stones. You saw just a meat hook, no rag,
Okay.
and Adrian length of chain.
Do these houses have windows?
No.
Are there like 1-story little like?
1-story shacks.
Okay, no windows. I'm gonna just be like, I'll be right back, and I go up to that lady's house. Is there a door handle?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Just kinda-
follow.
I wiggle it a little bit, very like quietly, stealth like.
Okay,
Just
roll
see
me
if it
stealth.
locks. 12 plus 9 is 19.
You're able to turn that handle all the way.
Well, now I'm faced with a decision.
Do it.
Oh, I'm right behind. I'm ready to go. Let's
Are
go
you?
mess
All
go
right.
mess some people up. Let's
I'm like
go.
feeling the vibes from this. Like, okay, we're ramping each other up, and I go into the house.
Let's go.
You go
I-
into the house?
I open it, and as soon as we go in, I shut it.
Breach.
Yeah, you go in and you shut it. You are now standing in a 1-room shack, roughly the size of our office. And on the opposite end of the room is a small, broken down bed with a simple, thinned, beaten up old mattress. It looks to have stains on it. There's no blanket, there's no pillow. And sitting on this bed is the woman holding the knife that she's just unwrapped from the rags. And you can see tears streaming down the trenches of wrinkles in her face. And she looks up at you.
I just kind of look at her, and I'm like, we saw you looking really sad, and we needed to check in on you.
All we ever wanted was an answer. All we ever wanted was an answer.
What was the question?
The answer never comes. The answer never comes.
I'm like, the answer's here, but you gotta tell me what the question was.
The answer's not here.
I feel like it's gonna be a dead end, I say to Morgan.
I nod. What's
I
the
go
knife
up-
name?
Go ahead.
I was like, what's the knife mean? What's the meaning of it?
It's not our answer.
I'm gonna go up, like real stealthily. Like, how is she holding the knife?
She's holding it the way you would hold a knife.
Well, I don't know. You can hold it like this. You can hold it like this.
Nope.
You can hold it like this, like it's bread and butter.
She's just holding it.
Okay.
It's pointed outward towards you.
Okay. But not like, okay. I
But
don't
she's
know.
not
I watch
holding
scary
it up
movies.
like a slasher movie.
Okay. I'm just gonna like try to approach her like real like quiet like a spooked animal, and just kind of get on her level, and being very mindful and wary of like the sharp object in the room, and just be like, how can we get the answer?
You must not support the cause. To let the blood stay in the veins.
Okay, so let's say we're on board and we don't support the cause. Wait, we do support the cause to not let the blood. So you guys really need to figure out a different way to say this.
We can't. We can't. All we ever wanted was an answer.
Was the answer about life?
Civilized are close, but too far.
Does an 18 hit you?
It does.
She stabs you right
Cool
into
beans.
the abdomen for 4 damage.
Well, that's one way to get the blood out of the veins.
Wait, she literally said, "Don't do that." You're not following the code.
I don't know what she wants. It's really poorly said. And then
I pull my greatsword.
Okay, what do you do?
Oh, as soon as I see the knife go and stab Mora, I bring the greatsword down on the lady.
Roll to hit.
All right. That would be a 12.
Yeah, she's dead. You cleave her all the way through.
I look at Morgan like, I appreciate where you were going with that, but I don't know how we're going to explain this to anybody.
It's kind of knee-jerk reaction there. She stabbed. I really, it's kind of impulse at that moment.
Have you never been stabbed before?
Yeah, but then that you bring a greatsword down. That's kind of what you do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't give it much thought. I mean,
Nope, I appreciate it. Well, nose goes on who tells Corvin and Adrian what just happened.
Corvin's just going to be outside at her mailbox, just making sure she didn't like leave anything or put anything in the mailbox after she took the rag knife.
Nope, it's empty.
Two
Yeah,
questions.
That's just where I'm going to be when they come out. Is what I mean.
2 questions. One, how messy was it cleaving her?
It wasn't.
It
There
wasn't.
was no
okay.
blood inside the body.
Oh, maybe a little bit, but nowhere near as much as there should be for somebody who is just cut in half.
Okay, interesting.
Do we just put her under the bed?
I don't think anybody's going to come in here, honestly. I'm getting the vibe that nobody really cares.
Okay.
We can. Just put her in the bed and then just cover up the blankets. Shh. Sleep. Rest.
Adrian knocks on the door. Grandma, are you in there?
I'm not at home, dearie.
You guys are kind of messed up, aren't you?
Adrian, you can hear behind you more doors begin to open. They begin to swing on rusty hinges, creaking. Some of them without any support whatsoever bang against the shacks as they open. and people begin to exit their homes, pulling items from their mailboxes, hefting chains over their shoulders. A few of the stronger looking men are picking up the giant sacks of stones from their porch, and others stuffing bundles of rags into pockets of pants or coats as they begin to file out into the street and leave the neighborhood.
What does the person who had the empty mailbox do? Because Morgan took the stuff from the mailbox and has the knife with him still, doesn't? I thought.
Yeah, I
He
never
does
put it
still
back.
have the knife with them. They look into the mailbox. First, you see them reach into the mailbox and then remove their hand and then peer into the open box. And when they see nothing, they close the mailbox and they join the group as they file out of the neighborhood, seemingly not questioning it.
All right. Where are they going?
They look to be headed west
Towards
to the town.
lake? To town.
Toward the lake. Yep.
Good thing we're not there.
Right.
Is there anything in this house of anything worth noting, or is it all just?
It was just the bed.
That's it. Okay, so I won't.
That was it. There was nothing else. There were no possessions.
Okay.
There was no dresser. There was no chifforobe. There was not even a bedside table. It was a bed.
And and all the houses look exactly the same. There's not one that we see that looks a little bit different.
They're all in different stages of disarray, but that you can tell that they were all built in the same identical manner, but they're all falling apart. And then because they're not going to have the same, it's not a copy paste. They're not going to have the exact same boards coming away from the house the exact same way. But it's as if nobody has lived there in a century. There's been no upkeep.
I'm gonna leave the mailbox and go up to Adrian. Well, this might be the best time as any. Last time everyone moved in unison, they all went to the town hall, including Bitter. So it's possible that he is also doing whatever they are doing. And I motion over to the crowd of people leaving.
Nope. Very true. Very true. And I'm just gonna go straight to the inn, and I take off and I go to the inn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and knock at the door where Mora and Morgan are, and just hey, we're headed back to the inn. All the townsfolk and the houses left. Hope you guys are doing okay in there. And I kind of just creak the door open.
We just kind of stand in front of the bed, like everything's fine. We'll go with you.
Just wiping off my greatsword real quick with a cloth. Like, nope, nothing to see here. Move along.
I'm just crossing my arms in front of my stab wound. Okay, let's go.
You might need to get checked for tetanus later.
So, Adrian, are you completely leaving them behind, or
I'm just
Are you
kind of
waiting for
flying up in a big circle. I'm also looking to see where this group is going.
the lake?
I'm not gonna enter the inn at all without the group with me, but I'm just kind of surveying.
Okay. Yeah, you can't go up too high without getting that dizzying feeling that you've previously gotten, so you don't get like an eagle eye view. But as high up as you can go, you do see that they're headed toward the lake.
Okay. Do I see anyone with a top hat?
No.
Do I see anyone with a any kind of hat?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna head back down to wherever I see Corvin and the group is. I'm assuming they're walking.
They're walking. Right? You guys are walking?
I'm gonna tell
Indeed.
them. I didn't
Okay.
see anyone. I didn't see Bitter. I didn't see the mayor in this group. Possibly they're all there to dredge. So we could observe them dredging and see what's happening, or we could try to abstain with the book, the ledger.
How close is the lake to the inn?
It's hard to tell when you can't really see it, but based on the path that you've taken before, maybe 200 feet,
Okay.
220 feet.
Well, if it does get a bit rambunctious, it might be best that we deal with if we're going to do this, it might be best that we deal with bitter now, as if they are some kind of hive mind, it's probably best they're all as far away as us as possible.
Agreed.
Right.
All right, so I think we're going to the inn to see
And
if we can convince Bitter, maybe with a bit of force, to let us see the ledger.
Let's do it.
All right. All right. Yeah, you head toward the inn, and as you approach, you see the mayor. He's actually standing just outside the inn door, and he's watching the whole town head down toward the lake. And he sees you approach. Ah. Hello. I trust your stay at the inn was well?
For the most part, had a bit of a malfunction, but other than that, it was pretty nice.
Oh, I do apologize to hear about any malfunction. But please, I would love to show you our lake. Would you like to help us dredge?
I don't think it was going to be in the cards for us today. We're feeling a bit nauseous. This mist is a bit hard to breathe in. You
Hmm.
see Corvin breathe laboriously as if he hasn't breathed before.
Ah. Well, if you'd at least like to come out and sit at the lake, it would be rather refreshing, and I'm sure you would feel a bit better after being around the nice, cool water.
Does the mist let up when you dredge?
What was the question?
Does the mist let up when you dredge the lake?
No, but the mist is harmless. Should you need a rest, though, by the water is surely where you should do it.
I was going to ask a stupid question that I know the answer to already. I'm going to go ahead and look in the building rather than just try to remember what's in the building. Do I see mist in the building?
No, the mists are not in the building.
All right. I mean you no offense, but like I said, I'm getting a lot headed out here. Surely we can come out and look a bit after at least we get a bit of a breather.
I take no offense, but I do believe I must insist. The water is nice and cool this time of day. You could even just dip your toes in.
I'm assuming they're too far away in the mist. But do we see any people? I'm imagining they're just all turned and staring at us right now.
Oh no, they keep going.
Oh, okay. I look over to Morgan and Adrian, just kind of like side eyeing them, like, so we have one more, but I don't say anything out loud, just suggestively.
How far away is the rest of the crowd?
They're gone. You can't see them anymore.
Yeah.
They're beyond your vision.
So yeah, at that point, it's like I'm kind of nod at Corvin, or kind of give Corvin a knowing nod, seeing he's already on a roll talking there.
Oh, that was what my eyes were looking for, but
Yeah. No, I'm on the same page there, where it's like, yeah, we're gonna kill him. That's what we're talking about, right?
yes, yeah, okay. We are on the same page. Never mind. I thought you were like, all right, continue talking. I'm like, wait, no. I was suggesting I'm
we're
about
gonna
to
kill him.
stab this guy.
Yeah, no, we're on the same page. We're killing this guy.
All right, Adrian, what am I seeing when I look at you?
Adrian is kind of looking towards the door to the inn, see if he can get past the mayor. He's looking like he's kind of done with the mayor. His bird eyes are not very happy.
Okay, yeah. When Adrian heads into the inn, what does the mayor do?
So are you? He's kind of blocking the door. You'd have to at least move him.
I will try to move him.
How?
With my talon. My feet. Just kind of pushing him out of the way. Excuse us, Mayor. Your hospitality is very kind, but
He's not just gonna let you push him. How hard are you pushing him? You giving him a shove?
At first, I'll be very gentle, but if he doesn't move, I'll continue to increase the force.
Okay. How forceful do you want to get?
Until he
He
moves.
just like keeps resisting until you just slam him in the doorway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Does a 14 hit you?
No.
He
The
pulls a knife
Oh.
from behind his back where he's concealed
Back.
it, and he slashes out at you as you try to move him.
I attack. I attack.
Okay. How are you attacking? With what?
My talons.
You were pushing him with your talons. What do you want to do with them now?
My talons are knives, aren't they not?
I don't know.
I'm gonna scratch at
I
him
haven't
with my
seen your
talons.
character sheet. Are they?
Yeah.
Okay,
my
cool.
feet.
Roll to hit.
Depending on how this goes, I'm going to bring my great sword down. Get ready to bring it down again.
12, 13, 14, 15, 17.
17?
Yeah.
Yeah. You hit. You scrape him up so badly with a blood-curdling scream. You tear up his face. He's no longer recognizable. And he falls to the floor. Talons just running down his face, his front, his neck, to the point where he's now fallen to the floor on his back, and he's drowning in his own blood. Good job. You killed the mayor.
Oops.
I look over at Corbin. Is that something you like? Do we save that for you? I don't understand a lot about your type, but I'm here to support you.
Mora, I don't think the mayor will be interrupting us anymore.
The bright side, you could take his clothes now.
Oh, great! I take his top hat.
He's currently on the ground, right? Not blocking the door anymore.
Correct.
Can we see Bitter currently standing at his counter?
Yep, through the small front window, you can see him standing at the counter, and he can see you.
Does he have any reaction at all to cutting down the mayor?
As you look through the window, you kind of like peer around, and all you see is a grin.
I think now he's the mayor. Did we help him?
What do you want to do?
Like the grin that the old man had.
No, the old man's grin was more confusion, disorientation, and a grin that was more or less involuntary. This one is quite deliberate and very understanding of what's happening.
Okay.
Guys, I think I understand their little mantra now. It might be a bit of a bad idea to cut down the mayor, but it's a bit late for that. But it seems like we are now supporting their cause, whether we like it or not.
Wait, he did attack me.
True.
So just
I
to
don't know.
clarify- No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I can wait.
Oh, I don't know if self-defense is really a law in these lands.
Just no stand your ground law here.
You know what? At that point, seeing a Bitter just kind of staring, I'm just gonna bash the door open. All right, old man, give us the book.
The book.
You know the
Give me
ledger.
The book. The ledger. Whatever for, Morgan.
Your face. Sorry.
What could you possibly want that's in my book?
Prefer to read it. I go and reach for my greatsword. We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Oh, we'll do it the hard way. I'm so glad you asked. And we're going to leave it there.
Perfect.
Is the hard way structured debate?
For us, yes.
You can call it aggressive negotiations. Yeah.
Hey.
All right. Yeah. That's where we'll leave it. Good game, guys. Good job. Can't wait to see what happens next time on another exciting episode of what is this town?
Hellview.
It's probably in Florida.
You know what? With a name like Hellview, yeah, maybe. Well, all right. Good game, everybody. I'll see you next week. I sure hope you guys can figure something out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you to any and all who have joined us during the recording of this video or are watching this on YouTube as it is posted. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below where they will probably be seen by 2 more people.